Happy Monday. It's April 5th. It's going to be a great day. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. It's a new day. It's going to be a beautiful day. I don't know how your weekend was or the rest of the week, but let's just focus on today. Let's just focus on making every minute of today count and being grateful and trying to work on being positive and building our happiness. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today? Did you wake up feeling amazing? If not, what can you do to help yourself? Get out your coping skills toolbox or your tool bag and start working on coping skills. Start reaching out to your support team. Get moving. Maybe you need to make a to-do list. Whatever it is, let's just keep moving. Today is Motivation Monday. And although I'm not going to necessarily talk about motivation, sometimes we just need a couple of tools to help build that motivation or to give us an opportunity to build that motivation. If you woke up feeling amazing today, that's great. Use your energy, apply it to the day. Clean, declutter, organize, go for a walk, visit a friend, call a friend, whatever you need to do, start doing something, okay? So, all right. Anyways, I wanted to back up for a second because I found this worksheet and I had to print it off for you guys and show you. Remember on Wednesday we were talking about the negative impacts of sugar and junk and what that does to you. This is soda pop. Look at this. This is a great worksheet, and I needed to tell you about this. So how soda pop impacts your body. I watch people guzzle pop, okay? Guzzle it down. I quit drinking pop many years ago, probably like 10, 11 years ago. But not just because of the way it impacts your body. I just quit drinking pop. So anyways, here are some things to think about. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ways that soda pop impacts your body. Think about this, okay? The next time you go to grab another can of pop, grab a bottle of water, okay? Maybe you start flavoring your water naturally with some things. But anyways, weight. Drinking 1 soda a day equates to consuming 39 pounds of sugar each year. Regularly consuming soda drinks interacts with the genes that affect your weight. Sugar-sweetened beverages are linked to more than 180,000 obesity-related deaths a year. Throw away your pop. Now, go to the fridge and get rid of it. Your brain, how it affects your brain. Having too much sugar in your diet reduces production of brain chemicals that help us learn, store memories, and produce insulin. Consuming too much sugar also dulls the brain's mechanism for telling you to stop eating. When we eat sugary junk foods, do you ever notice how you could just eat all day long? You just keep cramming it in your throat because you just eat and your body tells you you're hungry. That's why. Sugar kind of makes it fester, and that's just gross, and we need to get rid of that. It affects your kidneys. The high levels of phosphoric acid in colas has been linked to kidney stones and other renal problems. Diet cola is increased with a twofold risk, especially when more than having 2 servings a day. So sometimes the dyes in pop too. It ruins your digestive system. Carbonation in soft drinks can cause gas, bloating, cramping. It can make irritable bowel syndrome worse. Caffeine can also worsen episodes of just stomach issues. Okay. Bones. Soda consumption has been linked to osteoporosis and bone density loss, likely due from the phosphoric acid in the caffeine in sodas. Okay. Good morning. Heart health. Chronic diet and regular soda, it can affect your lungs and your teeth, and we know that. So again, this has nothing to do with Motivation Monday, but I had to go back to this. Soda pop is so bad for you. Get rid of it. Look at all that. Look at that cute little can. But either way, give it to your neighbor. I don't know. You don't have to throw it away. Maybe you give the rest of your soda pop to your neighbor and you open a bottle of water, okay? Or tea or something like that. So for Motivation Monday, we're just going to talk about one of the ways that totally cramps our motivation. It minimizes our motivation. It makes us feel sluggish. It makes us feel tired. It makes us give up. It makes us want to quit. Is when our brain is so full, we just can't think about anything else other than all the junk in our brain. And so sometimes we need to do a brain dump, okay? Everything that's in here needs to be written down, and we need to get rid of it, or it's going to completely ruin our motivation. We're not going to walk. We're not going to organize. We're not going to get anything done. We're not going to take care of ourselves because our brain is so crammed full of stuff, whether it's negative or anything like that. So there are 6 circles, okay? And these are everything that you need to dump from your brain, starting with procrastination. What are you procrastinating on? And fear. What are you worrying about? What are you stressing about? What's causing you more anxiety? Write it down. Angry. What's upsetting you? What's bothering you? Write it down. Discouragement, okay? Discouragement. What's discouraging you? What's bringing you down? What's made you feel bad about yourself? Why are you beating yourself up? Write it down. Incomplete goals. Is there something that you haven't gotten done? Is there something that you're just not accomplishing it and it's really consuming your brain? Write it down. And lastly, sorrow. Is there something heavy on your heart? Have you been going through something that's made you feel sad or just really bringing you down, or you're grieving? Write it down. Sometimes there are just so many different things going on in our brain that we can't focus. We can't pay attention. We can't move past it. All we can do sometimes is just sit and spin, and that's not helping us feel motivated. That's creating increased stress. It's creating increased anxiety. It's increasing our depression, which ultimately it's making it hard for us to move forward, to feel better, to care, to take care of ourselves, to do anything. So get out a piece of paper. You don't need this worksheet with all these circles, okay? Anytime I show you a worksheet on here, really it's just an example. It's just to give you something to think about, but you can do this on your own. Get out a blank piece of paper. Right up there, brain dump. I don't care. Write different circles of everything: fear, procrastination, sorrow, discouragement, incomplete goals, whatever it is. Make your circles or make a list and just start writing down everything that's in your brain. And truly, you don't even have to compartmentalize it. Just write down everything that's here, everything that's bothering you, everything that's stressing you out. Write it all down. Get rid of it. We have to get rid of it. We have to let it go sometimes. We're just never going to get anywhere other than right here. Okay? So brain dump. That's the first one on our list today. Something that I also think is kind of interesting when we're talking about motivation and we're talking about mental health and physical health. One of the things that we don't talk a lot about is your environment. What's going on around you, okay? One of the reasons why I talk about decluttering and organizing is because they kind of say, like, if you have a messy home, you have a messy mind, and you just don't feel well. If you have a messy desk, you have a messy mind, you can't get organized. Okay, what makes a home happy? What makes you feel better? Take a look at your surroundings, okay? Maybe you need to declutter. Maybe you need to rearrange. Maybe you need to paint. I don't know. Go get a little can of paint and start doing something that's going to promote a happy home. It says to write in the home, do you feel like you have a happy home? If not, what are some things that are missing? What could you do differently in your home or your apartment or your office or whatever it may be? Maybe even in your car. Maybe going in your car stresses you out because it's a pit, right? So we need to organize and we need to figure out ways to, maybe you need different scents in there. Maybe you need pretty pictures. Maybe you need a few knickknacks that make you feel happy. Part of being motivated is just feeling comfortable in your own space. Get up, make your bed, organize your room. If you get up and your whole house is disheveled, it just instantly zaps your motivation. It doesn't make you feel good because you just feel cluttered, you feel stressed, you automatically feel tense. And so if you're in need of organizing, start writing those things down, making yourself a little goal list. What needs to get done here? Pack up some things that you don't need anymore. Drop it off at Goodwill. There are places to bring it. But I just think this is kind of an interesting place to start. When you're talking about motivation and happiness and feeling better, look around you. Look at your environment. Is there something that needs to change? Okay, what makes you feel happy there? And what maybe needs to be different. And if you don't feel happy at your home, those are some of the places to start, because your home should make you feel comfortable. It should make you feel better. It's kind of like your oasis, okay? So what makes a happy home? I really like this too, part of motivation. A lot of times in life, we are aspiring to be somebody. Somebody in our life, somewhere, somehow has inspired us to be a certain person. Maybe they've influenced our goals. Maybe there's somebody who we look up to, and that drives us to want to be a better person. Sometimes we just need to write it down. Who's your role model? Who do you look after? Who do you look up to? Who do you want to be like? What motivates you to be a good person and make good choices? Write about it. Put a picture of that person there. What positive qualities do they have? What do you admire most about them? How do they inspire you? And in what ways are you a role model? Sometimes we forget that people are watching us. Okay, people are watching us and they're paying attention, and maybe there's things that they really like about you. Okay, and maybe that's what they're aspiring to be, and we need to uphold that, right? Remember, you're always a role model. Okay, and so uphold that and practice that every day and make good choices and use your coping skills and show other people. If you can teach your peers and you can teach your friends and your family good things, think about all of the things that you can pass down to them: the toolbox, the coping skills, the self-care wheel, the control wheel. Think about all of the things that you have to offer people, right? So who's your role model? And how are you a role model? And how can you use that to stay motivated, to teach, to show? And who are you aspiring to be, right? So I like this. I think this is a great way to stay motivated. I think it's important to be able to really just show yourself who you look up to and how yourself can be a role model, how you yourself can be a role model and talk right. This is again, something else to think about. How to stay positive. What's your situation and how are you going to stay positive? Okay, this gives us all something to think about. Not every day is going to be a ray of sunshine. Not every hour of the day is going to be positive. Okay, there's stressors, there's problems, there's situations, there's issues. But in that moment, how can you stay positive? What can you do to help yourself? Okay, many situations can crumble us for the day. They can ruin any progress that we've made to manage our mental health, to reduce our anxiety, to reduce our depression, to help us feel more positive. But you need to do something about that. We can't continually let situations affect the whole day, affect all of our progress. We shouldn't be taking, 2 steps forward and 10 steps backward. And so this gives us something to think about. What's the situation? And give me 3 ways that you're going to continue to stay positive during that situation, okay? Smile, fake it till you make it. I don't know, you're going to talk about it. You're going to write about it. You're going to learn to just put some things in place to let it go. Right? It is what it is sometimes. You're going to maybe hold up your control wheel and just think about the ways that only you can control yourself in those situations, right? So again, it's just another reminder. Every situation requires us to still work hard and to find certain ways to be positive and get ourselves through that time, right? Be your own cheerleader. Be proud of yourselves. Exactly. You have to help yourself through situations, okay? You can get help from people, but at the end of the day, you have to have the tools you need to take care of yourself. And last but not least, just a little reminder as we continue to work through spring. You know what? May is Mental Health Month, and we're getting really close to that again. I know April just started, but it's going to be here before you know it. 41 self-care ideas for mental health. We got to keep taking care of ourselves. If we can't take care of ourselves, it's going to be really hard to stay motivated. It's going to be really hard to stay away from pop. It's going to be really hard to stay positive. So again, every day that we talk, really we need to also just continue to focus on self-care. Take a day off if you need it. Sleep in, drink water, herbal tea. Make lists of things that you want to do. Draw, color, journal, positive affirmations, gratitude lists, Epsom salts in your bathtub, put clean clothes on, wash your face, watch a movie, listen to music, okay? Eat your fruits and vegetables, your diet, talk to somebody, create a vision board. Remember, we should always be pushing ourselves. What do you want? What are your goals and how are you going to get there? Deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness. Get creative. Read a book. Write a list of compliments for yourself. Maybe you start complimenting other people. Buy yourself flowers. Sing. Shower meditation. Go for a walk in nature. Say no. Forgive others and forgive yourself. Bake something. Declutter. Dance around and be silly. Exercise and leave toxic, negative relationships. Get rid of people who do not serve a purpose in your life because all they do is bring you down, okay? That is unnecessary. It makes it really hard for forward motion. You can't make progress if you have people that are always a ball and chain holding you down, okay? So, right there, in 2 seconds, that was 41 ways that you can keep better care of yourself, okay? Ultimately, my challenge for you today is to go for a walk. Get some fresh air. Take care of you. Soak up all that sunlight, drink lots of water, and just really try to maintain a positive mood today. Capitalize on every single minute of the day. I know you can do it. Don't drink pop. Have a fantastic Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.